-1 minus 5. What is it that we do in order to do that problem?
You have the opposite.
Where? What do we do to do this problem? All right, this is the one we do that with, okay? We put a parentheses here and a plus sign between them. And that would give us -6, okay? Now today we're going to talk about opposites, which is not this, but I want you to make sure you understand the difference between what we're doing and this, okay? What is the opposite of something? Anything. Come on.
Left to right.
Left to right are opposites.
Maybe an up. What?
Pretty and ugly are opposites, okay? We hope. What do you think?
Cake and pie.
Cake and pie are opposites.
They're nothing alike.
They're both good.
And they're both baked.
Both baked. Both sweet. Mark.
Cake and pie.
Wet and dry, yes. Anna? Up and down, okay? So you know what opposites are, right? Okay, now if you have a number like 5, what would be its opposite? Negative 5, okay? So if you put a negative in front of a number like -5, let's erase this and look this a little differently. If we had -5 from what we've done before, this could be the opposite of 5, right? So what if I had the opposite of that? This says the opposite of -5. What is that? Elijah? 5, okay? So what if I had the opposite of 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 5? How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Isn't it the opposite of minus 5?
This is the opposite of -5. Okay, that says the opposite of 5. So this is the opposite of -5. What is the opposite of -5?
Positive 5.
And this says the opposite of 5, which would be,
Negative.
and this says, somewhere down there, this one says the opposite of -5. And this says the opposite of 5, which would be
Negative 5.
-5, okay? Now, I know that many of you have in the past done something like this, but you've got to be careful. Because a lot of the real quickie stuff you've done in the past, you've done without giving much thought. And that's where trouble comes, okay? If we've got problems like this, where only we have one number and a bunch of signs, we count how many negative signs there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that makes the number a -5.
So, do those minus signs mean opposite?
Yeah, they do. Because the minus of something is the opposite of it. Okay? All right, so now then, suppose we had some problems that look like this. Okay. I have a bracket.
Like a bracket that's like
She's crying.
You realize this is being recorded, don't you, Annalisa?
Hi, you two.
But all over. Yeah, Lisa's like this. And Lisa just keeps quiet.
Let him speak.
Shh.
All right, so now we want to find out what this is, okay? How many negative signs are there? Bradley?
3.
Is 3 an odd or an even number? It's odd. If we have an odd number of negative signs, our answer will be negative. So this is going to be negative.
So that's how you tell.
Uh-huh.
Is that how you tell
that's how you tell. Okay? So suppose this is your problem. We have minus a big parentheses, minus a bracket, minus, I guess that was a brace, here's the bracket, plus a parentheses, plus 19. Now, we could go through the process of going opposite, not opposite type thing, or we can count. But you have to count the negative sign. How many negative signs are there?
3.
Is 3 odd or even?
Odd.
So if it's an odd number, this is going to be negative 19. The pluses mean nothing. And that's important for you to understand, kids. It doesn't make any difference how many pluses there are. The pluses mean nothing. So suppose we had a problem that was this way. There was a plus, and then a minus, and then a minus, and then a plus, and a plus, and a plus, and a plus. And then the number, would that number be positive or negative?
Positive.
Why?
There's 2.
There's 2 negative signs, which would give us a positive number, okay? Everybody get that? Any question about it? All right, well,